Welcome back to the show, guys. Well, we're talking about local events going on, but we also talk about local artists on the show, and we've got a fantastic local artist joining us in studio now. Very excited to have her. It's the first time that she's been on our daytime set, and we hope to have her again. Shaunna Marie from Qryptonik Records joins us. Hello, Shaunna. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
It's your first time here.
It is. I'm very excited.
Well, we'll try to be nice. We don't bite.
She doesn't seem nervous at all. She's doing great. She's doing great.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been singing for as long as I can remember. It's always been my dream. I've always been that, that little girl. I'm going to grow up and be a singer one day, and I just kept persevering and finally made it. So I've been recording for the last 4 years now, and yeah, it's going really great. Just released my first single called "Get Down."
Wow,
so
that's very exciting.
That's awesome,
It's
and
very
we're
exciting.
going to listen to that track "Get Down" in a little bit. But tell us how you got into this whole world of music.
Well, I was just working at my retail job one day, and this guy came in and he looked at me and he's like, "Do you happen to sing, act, or model?" And I'm like, "Well, strange question. Yeah, kind of."
Little bit of a strange question, huh?
And he's like, "Well, I can help you out. I know some people that put you in the right place." And he introduced me to the CEO of Qryptonik Records. And I auditioned for them, and they loved me.
Wow.
See, this happens to me a lot, too.
Wow.
And I usually run in the opposite direction.
Well, listen,
this is another way.
I'm sure it happens to a lot of girls out there. Oh, I can help you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Were you a little bit skeptical at first?
Usually I would be, but he had a really good vibe, and I just, I trusted him, which I'm glad I did.
Sometimes it's great to take risks.
Well, sometimes you can tell if you can trust them or not. But I usually get the creepy ones, which is why I run in the opposite
trust me, I get a lot of creepy ones too.
Oh, you do? It's the tallness, just because she's a tall woman as well. They're just attractive. Let's tell us a little bit about your musical career. You mentioned you've been singing since you were a young girl.
Yep.
Did you do it? Were you involved in theater groups, or was it just a passion of yours?
Well, I sang in church when I was young, and in high school I was involved in theater, so I did a lot of musicals, and which is still a big passion of mine. But right now I'm doing more dance pop music with a little bit of R&B soul, so it's kind of a little bit of everything mixed in one.
And what about the writing process and choosing your songs and the style that you're going to go for? How do you do that? I've always wondered.
Well, I have my producer. He makes the beats, and I listen to them, and whichever one I get a good vibe for, I'll write to it. So I do write my own
collaborative
lyrics.
process. Okay, I'm very excited to listen to this first track. It's
Well,
called "Get Down" by Shaunna Marie. Let's take a listen.
Get down, get down, get down. Jump up and wave your hands in the air. Get down, get down. Jump up and throw your hands everywhere. Get down, get down.
I love it. Yeah, it's
This
great.
is totally up Travis's alley. For all of you at home, that's what he was saying before.
This is a Travis track.
This is a
I can
Travis
just see
track.
myself jamming at the club
Totally.
to this.
I see you walking up to a girl like, "Hey,
Hey,
girl,
what's
do you
up?
act, sing, or model?"
Do you get down?
Yeah.
How do you think?
that's
How
awesome.
do you think that would go over?
Oh, I think that would go amazing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Well,
Do you
probably
feel that
not.
same kind of
Probably
vibe from
not.
this guy?
Oh, totally.
And what's been the response? Obviously we're loving this, but what's been the response
It's
like?
been really great. My fan base has multiplied tremendously since the release of this, and we have the music video up on Much Music and BPM.
That's great.
And it's a big response in all over North America and recently Europe as well.
I love asking musicians this question, which was the first time you saw yourself on TV doing your thing. What was that moment like for you?
It was weird.
Yeah.
It was very, very surreal.
Yeah.
It was good. Like, I was nervous watching myself, like feeling like I'm going to screw up, even though I already know what the outcome is.
Right.
But no,
Was it your
moment.
dream? Like when you were a little girl, is this something that you thought of? Because some little girls think about being in music videos.
Yeah.
Some artists that fall into it had no plans of doing this whatsoever. What about
this
you?
has always been a dream.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to just influence people with my music, not necessarily as a role model, but just with good music. I don't like a lot of music nowadays is kind of depressing, but I like fun, happy music. I love to tell a story with my lyrics.
Well, you have a great energy for
Thank you.
yourself,
Yeah, totally.
too. I want to know a little bit more about this dream, though. You've had this dream, you've had your eyes, you're set on something.
Yeah.
What's the goal?
Honestly, one day at a time. I don't really, like even just releasing the video, I didn't really expect it. I wanted it, but I didn't expect it to happen. So, I mean, whatever happens tomorrow, I'm content with.
Yeah, and how have the fans been? I mean, Mississauga
I'm
is
sure.
a community that really supports local talent. Have you been finding that you have a large fan base here in this region?
A lot more in Toronto,
Yeah.
which is great, but still a little bit locally as well.
A little bit locally.
Well, I guess
as
you
well.
have to realize too, with all the clubs in the downtown area, so much
Yeah.
of the GTA ventures down there. So really, maybe there's a lot of them from here. You just don't even know it.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'm
yeah.
sure they're following us. So what's it been like at the clubs for this song?
It's been great. A lot of DJs are playing it. The response has been amazing. And like I said, in Europe too, like in Italy, apparently like the response is
Oh, yeah.
huge there in the
Take me
clubs.
with
so,
you.
Yeah, I know.
Please, yeah,
with
please take us. We can have daytime live from Italy.
Can you imagine that? In the club, in
think
the
so?
Italian club. It'd be great.
So
lot of fun.
you got some current projects going on as well. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, I'm in the studios right now just working on the whole album. And yeah, so just traveling and
What is it like when you're in the process of doing something like that? Are you an artist that kind of locks yourself down and it's like, nobody talk to me? Or do you kind of just,
Focus, yeah.
you know, do you focus completely on it? Or do you just kind of go on with daily life and go in the
I
studio?
go on
and
with my
then-
daily life,
Yeah.
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 And then as it comes, I'm just like, okay, I need to write this down right
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
or
yeah.
I need to get in the studio right now and record this. But I still keep doing what I'm doing. And
Cool.
Where does that inspiration come from for you?
you know, there's really no one place. It just, I guess, just the music. When I hear the right beats and the right tune, I just kind of run with it.
That track's got a lot of energy, and I want to ask you though, is there any artist that you would particularly love to work with one day? R&B, hip hop, pop, whatever.
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say that.
Do you know
Yeah.
her and Jay-Z? I just found this out the other day. Are the two the highest grossing couple
Yeah.
in, like
Not
in
surprised.
Hollywood?
No.
That's amazing.
No, I like Sasha Fierce.
Yeah.
What?
That'll be me one
Sasha
day.
Fierce. That was one of the best compliments I think I've ever had. Some guy walked up to me and he goes, "Baby, you Sasha Fierce," and I was like, "Ah." I'm like, I don't even know what to say. But you know what? If the same guy walked up to me that said that line to you and he said the Sasha Fierce, I would have followed him too.
I'm getting material here for when I go out this weekend, folks.
We gotta help him. We're trying to get him a date before Valentine's Day. It's getting tougher by the
I know.
moment.
I got my speed date this weekend, so we'll
Ooh,
see.
we're gonna find out about
I
that
want to
Monday.
ask you what it was like to collaborate with, you know, your producer and you know, the folks at the record label as well. Like, how was it working with everyone as a team?
Well, it was, we meshed,
Yeah.
which was fantastic. Like I had no hesitation signing with them at all. The music was, we have the exact same ideas,
Yeah,
which is fantastic.
totally.
So.
Well, listen,
Yeah,
you got to
we're-
take us to Italy when you go to
Oh,
Italy.
please
We're gonna
do.
take a listen to another track, and we've actually got a CD which we're gonna give away
We
as
do.
well.
Signed.
Shaunna Marie, Get Down, the single. I might, you know, pop that in my pocket.
She's gonna be bigger
there.
than Beyonce. Just wait, I'm telling you.
We're gonna take a listen, and Shaunna, thanks.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for
We'll be
being
back,
here.
guys.
Thank you. Let's listen to this out.